Good evening. This is your Attitude Shifter, and I have my guest with me tonight, Shirnell Jackson. Shirnell, would you like to tell our audience a little bit about yourself?
Hi, my name is Shirnell Jackson. I'm 26 years old. I have a boyfriend named Jermaine Davis. I have a Bachelor of Science degree in Computer Science. Currently, I'm seeking a degree with my Master's in Business Administration from the University of Phoenix.
That's awesome. And that is why Shirnell is my guest tonight. Because I want Shirnell, with her positive attitude and her inspiring goals, to tell a little bit about how she got to where she is right now. She has a bachelor's degree already and working on yet furthering that education. So Shirnell, how did you come to want to do more than your education? With your education, some people just stop. They receive the one degree and they're fine, and they go out and they seek to apply that. What made you want to keep going?
Well, I have two little sisters, so I try to strive to do the best, be the best at what I do. I had been putting off getting my master's degree when I graduated from Southern in 2007. I wanted to go back and get my master's in 2008, but I kept putting it off. My mama kept saying she wanted me to do better, be an example for my sisters. So I just wanted to further my education and go back to school. And I try to set goals that are very high to achieve. So I try to be an example for my sisters and, be a good role model.
How old are your sisters?
They're 17. They're twins.
They're twins. And so when they look at you, what do you think they see when they look at you?
They see me as a go-getter. They see that I try to do the right, do right in my everyday life. And try to, focus on education. Because that's my mama. She always told me she wanted me to be better than what she did, to go forward. And she wants me to leave the state. And I plan on leaving the state after I finish getting my master's. I graduate next year in December. So I'm planning on moving to Dallas after I graduate, And nothing makes me, smile more than to see my mama proud of me going further with my career. And I try to set examples for my friends, to let them know that it's okay if you have kids or if you don't have any money, you can go to school. Because it's help out there. So if you want to go to school, I just let go and let God. So I've been praying and praying, and God wanted me to go back to school. So that's what I wanted to do.
So faith plays a big part in the decisions that you make in your life.
Yes, ma'am.
And how important will that be to the people that you're going to influence out in the world? How important? Are you one of the people that when you hide your God here, but then when you get out in the professional world, that's something you don't really talk about? Will you use your faith as an instrument to inspire others while you're out in the business world?
Yeah. I'm the type of person, I used to like to go out, but I'm more involved in church now. I've always been in the church choir, and I have been instilled with church. So, yeah, I think when I get out of the world, I didn't do this by myself, so I didn't come this far by faith, but, my parents and...
I like that you said you weren't always like this. You used to go out a lot and maybe party a lot. What was that shift? As we say with everyone, there's always a shift that takes you from one attitude to another. What was your shift?
Well, it gets old to you. I mean, I like to still go out, but it gets old to you. You get older, you get wiser, and you get better. And it's not always about going out. You can still go out and have a good time, but it's just something that I had to make that decision on my own. Like, I had to focus more on school. And school is very important to me. So.
You've had some heartbreak and setbacks in this year. Do you mind talking a little bit about them?
Yeah, I lost my brother on May 15th of this year. It was very sad to me because my brother was not the one that was in the streets, never been to a club, never drank a day in his life. And people tell me all the time, sometimes God takes the good one away just to, make I wouldn't want to say bad ones, but try to, teach them to do right. It doesn't matter, what you do or how you do, But my brother was very important to me. And it's still hard on me, but I pray about it. It was just in God's will,
You were strong. I remember reading at 4:30 in the morning on your Facebook when it happened. I remember reading that. And I followed throughout the day as you even reported his death to all of us on Facebook. I know that had to be hard for you, but I still had a sense of feeling that you were a rock for your family, that you were glue that held your family together. Is my perception right with that?
Yeah, I call each one of them or text them every day to tell them that I love them, because you never know the day or the hour, you know. I just try to keep in contact with all of them, you know. We're not distant from each other. I have one that's in Georgia, but pretty much of all of us, we're, you know, pretty much out here. But I try to keep in contact with them, because a little fight, you know, that y'all might have, the next hour they might be, in a blink of an eye, they could be gone. I mean, I talked to my brother that day before he died, but I never knew it was going to be the last time that I was going to talk to him. So I just advise everybody, you know, if you really love someone in your family and you care about them, don't let nothing come between you, because you never know the day or the hour that God can't, you know, that they'll leave this, you know, this earth. So
that's good advice. Let's lighten things up a little bit. You mentioned in the beginning Mr. Jermaine. Look at the smile on her face when we talk about Jermaine. Plans for you and Jermaine. Where do you see yourself 5 years down the road?
Married. I told him by 2015 I want to be married. Hopefully, you know, if it's in God's will to have a baby, have a baby. But I told him I don't want to have any kids till I finish school. So I want to be out my mom's house, you know, before I have a baby. But he's the one. He helped me, you know, to get some of my goals that I've set too, though. He has positive things ahead for us too, though. So.
And that was the question I was going to ask you, because he has to be a pretty special man
to
be able to not only hook up, but to have you sitting here talking about marriage to him. What is the one thing that you feel is what keeps your relationship alive? What keeps you with the goal of being married to this young man?
Trust.
Would you say that's the most important thing in a relationship, is the trust?
You gotta have trust. Without it, you gotta have trust. Trust is the number one issue.
You know, they have a lot of things on television, a lot of the reality shows. You have the Bad Girls Club. You have all the shows that show women on the cat scratching and dog eat dog. What's your advice? You're a 26-year-old woman. And I know that you have friends. I see your Facebook. I know women hold you in high regard. You know, my daughters love you to death. What would you tell women that are putting themselves out there like that? What type of advice would you say to them right now, if you could have a row of the reality women, from the Jersey Shore to the housewives to the bad girls? What was something that you could say to them to inspire them?
On like what grounds?
On just where you're at and where you see them at.
Well, first of all, you know, I think in the Bible it talks about how the man don't really go out searching for a man. Let him come to you. Because if you go out and search for a man, you might get the wrong things. Like, don't go out. I mean, if you meet a guy, if a guy really likes you, you're going to know. You know, if he brings you to meet his parents, if he loves you, if he does, like, Jermaine goes above and beyond for me. Like, if it goes to, like, small things to help me fix my car, like things my father should do. He opens the door for me, you know, and my mom loves him. He has one son, and his son loves me to death. But I'll just tell him that, you know, the little small things can, you know, the love and...
So what you're saying is there's nothing like a good man to take a bad girl, a broke girl, and turn her into a diamond, right?
And I mean, Tiger Woods or Michael Jordan come the day or tomorrow, and I wouldn't trade Jermaine for nothing. Like, nothing.
Talk about an attitude shift. I'm sitting next to a diamond. Not a diamond in the rough. She's shining right here. On behalf of the attitude shift and Ms. Jackson, we thank you for allowing us in your space, and we want you to keep shifting those attitudes until we meet again. Peace out.